What's going on, guys? Hey, we've got a another video where I found multiple clips from Telegram, and I want to show you guys. We've got a lot of drone footage, some really recent stuff. Some of it's gnarly, some of it I'll have to blur, and I'll put the uncensored versions in Discord for our members. But I wanted to watch this first because this is the president of Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is a post-Soviet country, meaning that it used to be in the Soviet Union. It was ran by the Soviets. Anyways, he's meeting with Vladimir Putin in Kazakhstan, and they're talking about Ukraine. And I found this really interesting. So we're gonna watch this. Here, we don't have to make this a super long intro. Hey, you guys are loving the t-shirts, anti-Putin social club. Perfect time to grab one. Actually, it's probably always a good time to grab an anti-Putin t-shirt because it always applies. But shout out to everyone who's grabbed one. If you want one, link will be in the description. All right, let's. I want to show you guys this quick clip here.
Informed you about them by phone from Europe. Many signals.
All right, so I'll give you a little bit of context. It's like a 30-second clip. Little bit of context. He's talking about now. He was asked, I think, by the press or the audience, whatever, and he's now talking about issues that they are having in their energy sector because of the strikes on Russia's fuel infrastructure. So listen.
I informed you about them by phone from Europe, from the United States of America. Signals concerning the current situation of the conflict between Ukraine and Russia.
Look at that little snake, dude. He can't even look at the dude when he's talking about Ukraine. He just stares at the ground. Granted, I think he's probably thinking in his head right now, this mother effer better be careful with what he says next, because he might end up accidentally falling out of a 50-story window.
In my view, I have said from the very beginning that this is an interstate conflict. Interstate. It is not about any kind of civil war. We have always treated the Ukrainian people, their culture, and their language with respect, and we believe that the nature of this conflict is not quite clear to many, including us.
That's huge. To say that as a post-Soviet country's president in front of Vladimir Putin saying, hey, we like Ukraine, and we honestly don't know what this is even about. That's crazy, dude. Seriously, I think I was really surprised when I found this because this wasn't covered at all by any major news outlet. Fox took a tiny clip of this, completely removed this part of that we just saw about the Ukraine, and just added in a part about this guy suggesting they freeze they do a ceasefire basically. But this happened over a week ago and nobody was talking about it, so I want to pull it up.
For instance, if there was a conflict, including the frozen conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia, the essence and origin of that conflict were perfectly clear to us. They went deep into history, but here it is very difficult to understand. And I understand. I know that you showed maximum diplomatic flexibility during the meeting in Anchorage, Alaska. And this is just my humble opinion since I am being approached. Perhaps this conflict should be frozen and we should return to the Istanbul Formula 2.0.
Frozen.
Significant results were achieved there. And then, naturally, under the guarantees of great powers, including Russia, we can move forward toward a long-awaited peace. Kazakhstan is not a bystander, but at the same time, despite all the offers and appeals, I categorically refuse to be a mediator because I know that Russia is a great country, the Russian people are a great people, and as they say, they will handle all the issues on the agenda themselves without mediators. But I decided to express my humble opinion precisely today, since people know I intended and planned to be in Omsk. They know about our meeting. And they asked me to convey how to get out of this situation. Okay. Well, no one knows how to get out of this situation because of the positions held by the parties.
Dude, you already know Putin is thinking of 6 different ways to assassinate this guy right now.
But on the other hand, there is such a moment, impossibility, as putting this whole thing in freeze. This is a proven approach in international practice, as it is a pity, of course, that young.
All right. So that was really it. That's the gist of it. This guy, I just thought it was huge to have someone actually take a stance, more or less, and say, "Hey, this is getting ridiculous, man." In front of Putin, nobody has the balls to do that. Any of Putin's allies, nobody has the balls to do that. So that's really really cool. Shout out to Kazakhstan president. I always figured that they were just kind of Russian sympathizers, which, from my understanding, they kind of are. Right? They're more on the side of Russia, obviously, than they are Ukraine, because this guy's not meeting with um, President Zelensky. He's meeting with Vladimir Putin, but he's still saying his piece to the president, to Vladimir Putin's face, which is huge. Okay, let's watch. Let's watch some of these new clips. I named this one Lucky Ruski. I'm gonna, if it has like silly music over it, come on. I'm just gonna mute it. But this guy's playing dead. I probably don't need to be this big. Whoa, this big. This dude's playing dead. How about this? This is kind of cool. Down here. All right, now he's like, all right, they're on to me. Run, run, run. The FPVs. The FPVs just following him. I mean, this guy's got to be in his 50s, dude. And see how clear the quality is of this FPV? It's definitely fiber optic. Anyways, the FPV basically watched him until Ukrainian recon soldiers were able to come capture him. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, this guy clearly doesn't have a rifle or a weapon on him. He's just carrying a radio in his hand. This FPV could have absolutely annihilated him at any point. And he was even trying to hit it at one point, and the FPV waited, and these guys that I didn't even see the first time I watched this video up here take him prisoner. Pretty cool little clip, honestly. All right, what else we got here? This. Oh, dude, this is just okay. So this is who is this? 36 Marine dropping AT mines. Now we've seen these before. They literally will strap sometimes one, but sometimes two anti-tank mines butt to butt like this. They'll tape them together and drop them from one of their heavy load drones, like a heavy shot or a Vampire, Baba Yaga. But it is such a difference from the ordnance that we usually see dropped. Look at that, dude. That's crazy to me. I love that though. So there's something about the fact just dropping an anti-tank mine on something and watching it annihilate it is so satisfying for some reason. And this one in the thermal, you can see little heat signatures running away. Barely, but you can see them. These are the type of drops they'll do on like big bunkers or deep trench systems that where the enemy's really dug in, because this will just collapse the whole thing on top of them. So this kind of went viral. Some context. These Ukrainian recon soldiers literally sneak onto a Russian position while they're sleeping and take them prisoner.
Добрый вечер.
Добрый вечер. Hello.
Тихо, помоги. Тихо, тихо, руки. Сюда, вот тут тримай в замок. Тримай в замок. Чуть-чуть. Жить хочешь? Хорошо. Руки подними выше. Сейчас, спокойненько, поднятыми руками. Вставай.
That's so cool, dude.
Что там, ребята? Спалось хорошо? Не спал?
Приколишу, пригойдаю, сама піду.
That's so rad, bro.
Добрый вечер. Подъем. Тихо.
Gosh, and look at the terrain they're in, dude. It's clearly like fall or something. These leaves are so crunchy. Everybody has walked on this type of a terrain before, right? And it's just so loud. I'm really surprised these guys were able to sneak up on them, but they're clearly professionals, man. And look at he just barrel stuffs him basically. Just puts that suppressor 5 inches from his noggin. He's like, quiet. All right, we got a 10th Mountain Brigade, Arcan. This is their drone team, Arcan. Brand new footage. We got the old classic, the rifle throw. Oh, guy was literally a headshot with a drone, dude. So this is 10th Mountain. Oh, it's the net launcher. They put a net launcher on an FPV and shoot it to take down other drones. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how realistic it is, because you're still just using. I guess you could reuse the drone if you could somehow figure out how to get multiple nets on one FPV, and you could use one FPV to take down like 5 other drones. That kind of makes it more useful, in my opinion. But otherwise, it's like I don't really get the appeal. But that was the beginning here. These guys that we see, this was a failed assault. The Russians were assaulting a position. This unit stopped them, and then also took out these intercepted those other drones. There's a drone team called Furia. Oh no, this was the assault. I'm sorry, this was the assault that happened. Not that last one. It's hard to see. Dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dive. Oh, he's doing the classic. If I don't move, they can't see me maneuver. Love that one. I posted a short about one of these guys where the drone just comes right up in his face and he's just like standing still. And a Russian troll commented on it, and he's like, "This is obviously AI." I'm like, bruh. No, buddy, it's not. That's called cope. What you're doing is called cope. We got 3 AC drones, and we got bunker clanger though. This just happened as well. All of this did. I don't have to keep saying that, I suppose. I'll get up here on the top this time since the action looks like it's on the bottom. This is SSO team.
Стоять! Автомат разбирать. Кто такие? Откуда? Откуда приехал? Что, восстанавливать Украину? Значит, что нужно делать? Не рухаться. Сейчас встанешь, пойдешь к рации, да? Дякую. Веде каліку. І ще підібрали ще одну каліку. Бачите, де туди були? Туди пройдись легенько. Готуємося, 10 минут. Прострілами вперед-вперед. Сядь, ушкань.
Once again, SSO out there just doing the work, bro. A couple things I wanted to mention here. Look how difficult it is to see this guy.
І ще підібрали ще одну.
I mean, we're looking straight at him, right? So we could tell that's a person. But if like picture being in a forest, being in a tree line, doing your scans, right? 5 meters, 10 meters, 15 meters, going looking at the ground, looking up. That would be so hard to see, dude. And the Russians use these too, obviously, but you could see why this is almost a mandatory piece of kit now if you're an infantryman, an assaulter, anything like that in Ukraine. Even drone teams, because they still got to walk in and walk out to position. So it's typically, especially like I'd say about a year ago, this was big for not being seen by the aerial drones like your Mavics or your Orlans, your surveillance recon drones, because it's just another element to break up your body figure and makes it a little bit harder for the drones to see you. So hopefully, it buys you some more time, whatever. But also, it's become obvious. It's almost mandatory now for the drone reason, but also for units that end up in actual firefights and stuff. It's so good, dude. These guys are actual ghosts. And then look at this when they're like they start maneuvering on him right here.
Бачите, де туди були? Туди пройдись легенько. Готуємося, 10 минут. Прострілами вперед-вперед. Сядь, ушкань.
Yeah. They're just moving up on him. That guy's coming up on the right. This guy's got the left. The cameraman's in the middle. These guys are like ghosts, dude. This would be awful to have this coming in your direction, dude. You just hear suppressors and you take a peek and it's blurry bush-looking figures. Nah, dude. No thanks. Anyways, we'll leave it at that. You guys may have noticed, man, we're uploading a lot more content these days. Thanks to some of the mods that we have, and shout out to the homie Jay. He has been helping upload some shorts for me. We were just pumping out a ton of content. Long format, short format, 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day, multiple shorts every single day. We got Instagram stuff going on, TikToks going on. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been supporting. At the end of the day, this brand, different breed brand, the goal is to bring as much awareness to the current situation here in Ukraine as possible. That's the overarching goal at this point, right? And so the more people that we can get on the Instagram, on YouTube, on the Instagram, I'm such a boomer, dude. The more people we can get looking at the videos, no matter what platform, the better, in my opinion. So anyways, appreciate you guys' support. Jump in the Discord if you're not already. Grab a t-shirt if you want one. I love you. We'll see you in the next video.